Alright guys, this is the ultimate build. What I'm going to do is go over the ways to generate ultimate. Right now this is my layout, the way I set up my skills. It's better to start off with one of each of your class skills, because you want all the passives. And you can get a lot of cool abilities that will really help this build out a lot. Mostly, Dark Cloak is going to be one of my main. So there's going to be a lot of other skills I'm going to utilize. Alright, we're going to go on from here. See, she's fresh character, fresh start. I didn't want to show off the champion system because you all have the way you guys do it. To me, the champion system's not the build. The build is skills and armor sets. The way you utilize your skills to maximize your armor, or armor to maximize your skills, along those lines. Alright, we're gonna ride on. We are going to travel out of this area, which is a great area to start. You can get some really good stuff from this area. We're on Stonefalls, so we can pick up all of our little things we need to. The guilds, you're gonna pick up all your guilds. Fighters Guild, Mages Guild, Undaunted. Pick those skill lines up. They will help pan out once you max them out. I have not maxed any of them out on any one character yet. Just like the champion system, I haven't maxed that out yet. That's why it wasn't all that important for you to see that. Alright, got the items I need for my bank. I want to pick up certain gear and stuff I made for myself, being low level. Just staring at the Mages Guild. But I'm utilizing two different sets. One's for healing, basically, and then the other set is not going to be one that generates ultimate just yet. Well, not like the Skulk Kings or some of the other sets. So it's going to give me the ultimate generation is my dual wield daggers. And that's because I have the trait that increases 12% chance of generating an ultimate whenever you generate one ultimate. Doing that on both daggers will let them bounce off of each other. So when you gain an ultimate, you have a 12% chance to gain another ultimate, which then resets and triggers the other dagger, which will then reset and trigger the other dagger. They'll just keep going on and on like that. And the higher chance you have, the more that's going to proc. You want it to proc as much as often with this build, because that is really going to help. That's why I want Nightblade, so I can use the potion passive that they have of gaining 20 ultimate. You then have another % chance to gain another ultimate. Not a 20% chance. You have a 12, I think it's 12 to 16, I forget right now. But I think it is 16% chance of gaining another ultimate. As you see, I'm getting dragged down to my death. Skip all that. I really want to bore you guys with the tedious run, so I kind of just sped it up.
Are you alright? The name's Lyris.
But the other nice thing about Elsewhere that nobody has said much of anything about is a potion you can craft. That's right, a potion you can craft to help you get your ultimate up. It'll give you the buff Minor Heroism. Right now in the game, other than in the championship tree, there's no other way of getting Major Heroism. But the Minor Heroism buff will help when you're outside of combat. That is huge. That means after you just annihilated a group, whether it be PvP or PvE, and you just annihilate a group with, I don't know, one of your great ultimates. I'm trying to think of the Fighters Guild one. For some reason I can't right now. So you just annihilate everybody with that, and you don't have enough to go again. This will help you generate during the downtime. That way you can have it up nearly constantly. And if you have all the right potion passives in alchemy, you can have this thing go the entire cooldown of your potion. So you'll actually, your potion will cool down, your potion will keep going for a few more seconds, and then you can activate it again. You can activate it before you need to, basically, which is really nice. I hate going into PvP areas or areas where I'm not getting any ultimate and just going into a fight knowing I'm going to gain ultimate in the middle of this fight. I'd rather just end it quick. Boom. That's where this is going to come in handy. Because it'll help with your meteorite, which is an amazing one I have not unlocked yet on any of my characters after all the time I've played. Just because the Mages Guild is a very, very long and tedious course. Alright, I slowed this down here because I want to do a lockpicking tutorial. Let you guys see how it works. You do this a billion times. See when I was rattling there? That's when you want to let off. Just as it starts to rattle. Not before, because it'll just spring back up. If you wait too long, it'll break. Jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. That's it telling you, hey, I'm ready, buddy. Didn't quite go down far enough. Was just about there, though. See, it was just jiggling. Now this one went down too far. And that's how I know. So you'll break lockpicks doing that. So you don't want to go down too far. So you can only do that a certain amount of time. So that's how you pick locks. And if you get proficient enough at it, you can pick master locks and with plenty of time. Alright, we're running through this part. Wow. I don't like to stay in far in this area. For me, there's nothing really to gain. Not until I get out of starter areas, such as this. That elsewhere starter area is kind of interesting, but you can skip it, so that's what I do. Somerset had a fun one, but again, you can skip it. All the starter areas teach is basic combat. Now you notice I dodge rolled there, right under the side that was not on fire. You can do that to prevent catching on fire. Though that flame is not a friendly flame. It hurts a lot. Hurts even worse if you're a vampire, which I am not. I'm currently not a vampire on this one. I am just going strictly Argonian for the healing benefit. And then I went Nightblade because they have some of the strongest healing in the game, if you know how to utilize it. So I'm gonna utilize it on an Argonian for the maximum amount possible. So that's what this build is. As you can see, I'm not getting all the passive skills I need. I'm not getting any of the skills I need just yet, but I will. In a moment, you'll be able to see the armor and stuff do its job. Two-handed is pretty good, pretty strong. Great way to start off in PvP and PvE. I like the utility of having the dual wield, where I can have two weapons bounce off of each other and do the stuff I want it to do. And then here's Sky Shards. I will be going through the 3 that you need in the next starter area, which is an area, not zone. Starter zone is just when you start. Starter area, every faction has its own starter area. Which used to be the original start zones, right after Cold Harbor, where we are now. It used to start you off right in that area with Lyris breaking you out. Alright, and then they changed it up with each chapter, which has been nice. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed the hell out of it.
I'm afraid I cannot foresee that. No. Be wary. You must find your own. We do.
I've played a few different characters. Okay, now you see how quick I put that armor on? It just whoosh, right on. This is the armor sets I'm running. They're all heavy because I want the Juggernaut passive. And all my heavy armor passives. Those are going to help with my sustain, with getting back Magicka and stamina. But I'm more going to be focused on the Magicka side. Because I like Magicka, I don't care too much for stamina. I know you can do some crazy stuff with stamina. But you can also do a lot of crazy stuff with Magicka. And the Elsewhere patch really buffed Magicka. I know this because we finally got a set that matches the Magicka, or the stamina set. I forget the name of it. But the one that gives all that extra stamina. We finally have a Magicka set that just gives Magicka and a big boost when you have all 5 pieces. Which is the Crafty Elfique set, if you guys are wondering. So a very nice set, very handy. If you're going for damage for Magicka, that is a set you want to wear. Comes in light, I believe, but you can get it on your weapons, you can get it as jewelry, and boom, you can run 5-piece set there. Again, dagger, sword, axe, whatever, as long as you're able to hold it in 2 hands. And then you're going to be able to use the other 3 pieces on your jewelry. Right now, I'm just using the basic jewelry. I don't have any crafted jewelry. I didn't do any crafted jewelry. I do have plans of making some really good jewelry one day. And unfortunately that character has not had all the stuff yet, because that is a really, really slow tree to max out. But in comparison to the other trees, I think it is probably the easiest to get all the traits for. Because you got your metal, your cloth, your woodworking, you got all that stuff to maximize. And then jewelry's got the smallest tree, so because you only got rings and necklaces. Where the others have got like 20 items you gotta do. So you gotta research all those other traits. But anyways, to get this Sky Shard, you have to pick up the quest specifically for this area. Otherwise you can't get in the door, and you can't get the Sky Shard. So you have to pick up that quest. It sucks, but there's not too many of those out there. There are a few quests that you have to do to enable to get the Sky Shard. But that's the first one. The other 2 are much easier to get, because they're out and open, so there's no door you have to get through. I'm just jumping over the fire. Right. And as I am standing here blinded by the light, this guy is shooting me a fire. But yeah. All my stats are returning to normal. And go. I just want to run by these guys, try to get this done as quick as possible. There's probably more experience killing everything in that room, but there's also, if I got this quest done, completed, moved on to the next one, if you do it fast enough, you can gain enough experience. I'm just riding out of here to the next Sky Shard, which is going to be north, right over there. There's a quest for doing this other area. I wouldn't say area really, it's just cave. And I didn't want to bother with the quest cave. But there's another quest you can do, gain more experience. If you don't have ESO Plus, any experience scrolls, any of that, and you want to level up and get gear, do all the side quests. Unless you're wanting to get certain gear at certain levels. Like if you're wanting to get that really good item that only drops from doing quest, or you know has a guaranteed drop from a quest, and you're not max level, but you want to get that awesome set when you are max level, then do that when you are max level. Or with a character that hasn't done that quest yet, that is max level. Here's the last Sky Shard. And as soon as I'm able to click on it, hit the X button a few times. You gotta love those insects that fly right in front of it as you're clicking. Or hitting the button, whichever way. And then I'm just gonna get out of here. I want to start the main quest back in the main zone. Because in Stonefalls, it's got the Skulk King set. That set gives you one ultimate every 1.5 seconds while in combat. So when you're in combat, you'll have the ultimate gain, which is fine. It's really great because then you're going to be in combat and you're going to be getting ultimate quick that way. When doing that with the daggers, boom. It's going to be a lot of ultimate really quick. I know we're all going to start off with 500 once we get our ultimate abilities. But yeah. The great thing with the Nightblade is depending on which ultimate you go with, you have a very cheap ultimate you can use over and over and over. It's not quite the same as the Sorcerer's ultimate, which I like to call Lightning Fingers. It looks like I'm just shooting lightning out of my fingers at people. But that ultimate is very cheap, but you have to generate so much ultimate to be able to use it effectively. And it turns off your ultimate generation while you're using it, even with the potion. So you can't continually gain ultimate with that ultimate on. It just turns that off. Just nope. And one of the many ways of getting ultimate, other than being in combat with that set or drinking that potion, is your attacks, your light, heavy attacks, and then blocking. And then you got your racial passive, so that's 5 ways of doing it. Class passives, which is why I say shadow abilities are going to be a huge part in this build. Because I'm not going to use Shadowy Disguise. I'm going to morph it into the self-heal. That way my healing is going to be off the charts. Because Argonian with healing is going to be crazy. I got tired of wearing that other armor, the appearance. So I wanted to show off the set I was using. because it is all the Soul Shervin set, which you were able to obtain, I think, after you've beaten the game. I don't remember where I got the set, but I know I can create it on just about it. Well, on the one character, my one main character, I know I can create the set on. The other characters I don't remember. It's been a while. Like I said, I started playing before the 1 Tamriel set. Then here I just wanted to see if I could crit. And I was doing pretty decent, but it wasn't quite the same. So yeah. But I have my setup going right to left. Right being the one I'm going to use the most. Left being the ones that I'm not going to need to use much. Alright, that's going to be it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And can't wait to see you guys in the next one.